So let's try that. This is probably a better framework for the video. What?
Are you videoing now?
Yeah, I gotta run a test video and see, just make sure that it's what I want.
Where that show?
No. But I want my deer to look, I don't want my deer to look like he's spindly.
I don't really like that collision.
It's a full
But I don't like
sneak.
I like stuff.
But I like it.
I like this other now.
It's different. That's what I like about it.
Is it sneaky?
He's a sneak. He's a full mount. Full sneak. 100%. So when is a rub or a scrape worthy of my attention? I found one here. Show it to you. This is a rub, okay? We're gonna talk about it here for just a second. Got this rub. I guess a deer standing in here and rub that tree right there. That looked pretty good. And over here, he's walked over here and made a scrape. Man, the mosquitoes are bad. So, what's missing from that rub, okay? A lot of guys will see that, boy, they'll put a trail camera on it, and I understand. I like to put a trail camera on it too. I like to know what's making this scrape and what's making that rub. But from my first impression, that there's nothing really impressive about that rub and this scrape. It only means there's a deer here. I know there's deer here, but I'm looking for a dominant rub and a dominant scrape. I'll hunt this. And if I see that deer, that was probably made by a deer that was a button buck last year. Just putting it in perspective. I want to get a handle on. I want to be a good woodsman. I want to be able to read sign. And the tracks are small. The rub, there's no dominance, okay, in that rub. There's no weight behind that rub. There's no aggression in that rub. This is a deer that lives here, that his antlers have become hard and he's lost his velvet. So he wants to start marking territory. He wants to start making believe that he's a dominant buck. But that's not him, okay? He's made this scrape and he's made this rub over here. And this is what you commonly find, all right? You'll commonly find early season rubs are made on what I call a sapling, okay? That's a sapling. So I want to find dominant rubs and dominant scrapes that are made by more mature bucks. In my view, you don't find those until later on in the season, when the bigger bucks, their hormones start kicking in and they start separating from their bachelor groups and they begin their search for potential does and running other bucks and running them off. This is early season activity. I'm happy to find it. I'd like to see the buck that made that rub, and I know he's here. And if he might be a 10-inch main beam with a forky, but I think that's all he is. I don't think you can really glean any information from that to come up with any other conclusion, other than maybe you put a trail camera on it, and maybe he's an 8-pointer, but last year he wasn't much. I'm not expecting much out of that rub. So I'll keep looking, I'll keep searching. I really don't see any trees in here to hang a stand. It'd be a good spot for a blind over there. But man, the hogs have been working in here. Take another look at that rub. I done lost it now. So anyway, I want to talk about rub line hunting. I'm going to talk about rub line hunting in the video tonight. I'm going to show you one of my deer. I'm going to show you one of my bucks. And in a lesson I learned hunting a rub line. What's a rub line? Would be consecutive rubs in a line through a habitat that buck frequents, and he follows it and checks them for the activity of other deer. Does, they come and they visit the rubs and see what's cooking. So that's the rub. That's it right here. I don't know. It's just old flimsy. It has no weight to it. He has no ability to really push his weight behind it and make a dominant rub. So I'm calling that a minor rub. Okay. All right. So let's talk about rub lines. I'll see you in a minute.